Good evening, everyone. My name is Aulie, and I am joined here by Millie Jamieson. This evening, we are gathered here on Treaty 6 territory and homeland of the Métis. Dating back to Scottish heritage of USask Engineering's first dean, CJ Mackenzie, it is tradition for distinguished lecturer and honored guests and dignitaries to be bagpiped in. Please stand if you are able and join me in welcoming USask Engineering alumnus and our 48th CJ Mackenzie Distinguished Lecturer, Shauna Curry, as well as our 2025 dignitaries led by USask Engineering student bagpiper, Evelyn Marshall.
You may be seated. Thanks again, Evelyn. Good evening, everyone. On behalf of the University of Saskatchewan College of Engineering, we are very proud to welcome each of you to the 48th CJ Mackenzie Gala.
Tonight, we have the honor of serving you as your Emcees. My name is Aulie, and I'm a final year mechanical engineering student.
And I'm Millie Jamieson, a third-year mechanical engineering student, and we are both enrolled in the Ron and Jane Graham School of Professional Development, also known as the SoPD. As our evening begins, we would like to welcome our honored guests. Hang tight, because we've got a lot of great people here. We've got Elder Tim Eashappie and his wife, Elder Kathy. We have representatives from the Government of Saskatchewan, Honourable Daryl Harrison, Minister of Agriculture, joined by his wife, Cheryl. Honourable Jamie Martins, the Provincial Secretary and MLA for Martensville, Blairmore. Raquel Hilbert, MLA for Humboldt-Watrous, attending with her husband, David. Tanjinder Grewal, the MLA for Saskatoon University, Sutherland. And senior industry leaders, Derek Mann, the Executive VP of Infrastructure Delivery and Reliability with Sask Energy, and Sean Jacques, CEO of Water Security Agency.
Don't worry, we're not done yet. We've got many USask leaders here as well. Vince Bruni Bocio, the acting provost, VP academic. Cheryl Hamelin, VP of University Relations. Terry Fonstad, the Associate VP of Research, and his wife Sandra. Corrine Schuster-Wallace, Executive Director of Global Institute for Water Security. Tom Kischuk from the Sylvia Fedorik Canadian Centre for Nuclear Innovation. Sarah Daniels, the Associate VP Government Relations. Kim Kroll-Goodwin, the Associate VP Development. Michael Bradley, the Dean of the College of Engineering. Debbie Rolfes, the Department Head of the Ron and Jane Graham School of Professional Development, and her husband Matt. We also have previous and present CJ Mackenzie Distinguished Lecturers and USask Engineering Alumni. Shauna Curry, who you'll hear from later tonight, the 2025 Distinguished Lecturer, attending with her honored guests. Ron Graham, attending with his wife Jane. Russ Renneberg, Mike Marsh, joining with his wife Maureen. June Velhurst, the Senior VP Mining and Energy with Graham Industrial, who will be speaking on behalf of the presenting sponsor, Graham.
We also welcome all of the industry leaders, alumni, faculty, staff, and friends of the College of Engineering who have joined us. And of course, welcome to the more than 300 students here tonight. Our presenting sponsor is Graham. Our gold sponsors are Victory Majors and the Center for Affordable Water and Sanitation Technology, also known as COST. And our silver sponsors are Co-op Refinery Complex and ADA Architecture. Please join me in thanking them.
We'd also like to thank the following artists from the Engineering Design Mutualism Lab, which is housed under the SoPD with Dr. Laurie Bradford, for sharing their exhibits tonight. Cheryl Buckmaster, Sohelia Fala, Demilade Otiemi.
The EDM Mobile Lab trailer travels to remote locations to bring engineering and design tools to communities in Saskatchewan. Thank you to USask Engineering alumni Ron Wild and Brenda Lowy for the initial donation which got this project off the ground. In the spirit of combining art and engineering, over the course of tonight, Demilade has been producing a graphical recording of this event, which will be shared with you at the end of the evening.
As your Emcees, we are proud to be representing not only the student body at USask Engineering, but also the SoPD. The School of Professional Development offers certificates to students across campus to help develop their leadership, professional communication, and entrepreneurial skills. They offer a variety of certificates in professional communication as well as technological innovation. They also offer an entrepreneurial capstone design class for engineering students. And they run a program called Sigma, which is an entrepreneurial incubator for students across campus. And they host many different events, including the Ron and Jane Graham Public Speaking Competition, which Millie here actually won a couple years ago.
Thank you. So Ryan has actually done many of those. He's done the entrepreneurial capstone. He was in last year's Sigma program cohort. He has a certificate in leadership and negotiation. And he also competed in the public speaking competition. And he participated exceptionally well. So outside of the SoPD, we are both the campus sports rep for the Mechanical Engineering Students Association. He's also volunteered to help fundraise with the Engineering Advancement Trust, and he's made significant contributions to the USask space design team as a team lead. Ryan somehow ends up getting involved with everything and always shows up as a leader.
Thank you. But Millie, you also got the certificate, won the speaking competition, and founded your own student group, which is a sports engineering club, which you'll find their booth at the back here tonight. And it kind of feels like you're coming after me because you also plan to do the entrepreneurial capstone, and you out-engineered me at the Saskatoon engineering competition and took my first place.
Thank you, Ryan. I am flattered. I can't help but feel that that was a setup, though. So even though my team beat Ryan's at the Saskatoon competition, Ryan's team won at the Western Engineering competition this weekend, beating out my team, and he will be going to Halifax this March to compete in the Canadian Engineering competition. So, as you can probably tell, we're a bit competitive, and we have some kind of rivalry going on. But I'd like to call it a constructive rivalry. I appreciate having people like Ryan who push me to be better, and I'm sure all of you can think of someone who you've had a kind of rivalry with who's pushed you to be better. This type of healthy competition is what keeps us moving forward as a community.
I agree, and our little or not so little competitions have helped me grow significantly. Another way that we can each grow is by sharing stories with each other. And as we come here together this evening, representing a vibrant community of students, faculty, staff, industry partners, and friends of the university and the College of Engineering, it is essential to recognize that we are holding this event on Treaty 6 territory and the homeland of the Métis. We honor the First Nations and Métis ancestors of this land and reaffirm our relationship with each other. For us future engineers, lifelong learning extends well beyond technical knowledge, which the SoPD has greatly highlighted. It is vital to continuously listen to the stories of those around us so we can learn from one another and grow together as a community.
I would like to acknowledge the utmost respect we have for our elders and knowledge keepers. Joining us tonight is Elder Tim Eashappie, who is from Carry the Kettle First Nation. Elder Tim likes to come into the College of Engineering to provide one-on-one help sessions for students regarding whatever they want to talk about. I've actually spoken to him myself in one of those sessions, and I've deeply appreciated that he shared his time and wisdom.
It is customary to offer tobacco to an elder as a symbol of gratitude and thankfulness for the knowledge that they have shared with us. Tobacco is a sacred gift that allows prayers and blessings to be shared with everyone's respective creator. The gesture is given directly from the heart, and I would like to formally welcome Elders Tim and Kathy Eashappie to the stage.
One, two. All right. I'm on. Are you on? You must be all here tonight, right? To a great event. You know, it's an honor for me to be here on behalf of the engineering students. It's such a blessing to be with them every time I go there. And it's always one of the biggest things to see is the parents, the grandparents, for all the faculty and staff, for all those that are involved with all our young adults that are finding a way to make Mother Earth a better place for all of us. A place where we can live, breathe, and understand that we as human beings need to live together and find a place and a way to make a way for not only myself, but the future generations that are still yet to come. And I believe in that way because that was the way my grandfather seen it. Not of today, but of tomorrow. And how are we going to do that? The only way we can do that is if we work together. And with the engineers, I know we can do that, right? Yeah, I believe in you. So, you know, as a man, we always welcome our women with us. And tonight I asked my wife if she wanted to come up. And she kind of gave me that little look, right? So I said, come up and we'll do this together. When you are married, you walk together. And it's through all kinds of difficulties that you find a way to be successful. Engineers, to be successful. And so I asked her to come up and help me out. Her name is Kathy Wapipaw, and I kidnapped her from Oklahoma back in 2000, and I brought her to Canada to freeze, but it's not freezing, it's preserving her, right? So I'm like this old medicine man a long time ago, and everybody used to go see him. He was so smart. They thought he was educated. They thought he was talking to the Creator every day. So these people would go to him and they would say, well, how is it going to be? He said, I think it's going to be a good day. Well, what's the weather going to be? Well, I think it's going to be good for the rest of the week. Well, they would ask him, well, do you think we're going to be healthy? I think you're going to be healthy and strong throughout the year. Oh, and all kinds of people were coming with all kinds of gifts, bringing stuff. He was accepting them. Finally, one day, he was at the local store, and he was sitting there. He's having coffee. He's talking. Somebody came up to him and asked him, so, my uncle, how is the weather going to be? He said, I don't know. He said, I can't tell you that. He said, my radio quit working this morning. So engineers, we got to develop skills, right? So I just thought I'd humor you with that. And I always like to pass the mic over to my wife, who I always say is the leader. I'm just the person who stands by her. And tonight you'll hear both languages of the Winnebago people and my language, which I am a Nakota. And so I'm very proud of my language, and so is she. So I pass the mic over to her.
Wajoki shana he chakra. Wajunki shana. Hochangada he chada hini karibi. Masnia kwa hingaidina he chada haipiwi. I'm happy to be here this evening with you. I'm glad that Tim dragged me up here. And what I really especially love to see is the investment that you've made in yourselves. Whether you're on the faculty or whether you're one of the students, whether you're on your way to being a graduate or whether you're right there at the cusp of being a graduate, that investment that you make into yourself, those are the things that will make the world a better place. Because it's knowledgeable people who can contribute, but it's also people who have with them a caring heart. So I ask you to bring those two things together so that you can be a help to Mother Earth, be a help to Father, Son, be a help to all the human beings who live together on this earth. Thank you.
So I know that I'll probably get beat up later, but once upon a time, if you look back at history, we all lived together around the Great Lakes area, right? And that was before all the newcomers came, and before all the settlers came, and before all the tribes got separated. We were all living in the Great Lakes area. And we always like to say when you overpopulate an area, you have to move. So we did move. And we left behind our sister tribe, the Ho-Chunk Nation, right? And they have that language, Ho-Chunks, right? Now I know she's just looking at me real mad. but our languages are very similar, but with different wording. And that's why I wanted her up here so you guys could hear that. So I'm going to have her pray, and I'll sing a song, because in our culture, when we sing a song, that's almost like a prayer. So while I sing, she will pray in her language for you. Thank you.
Thank you, Elders Tim and Kathy, for sharing your knowledge with us this evening. I would now like to welcome Honourable Daryl Harrison, Minister of Agriculture, to the stage to bring greetings on behalf of the Government of Saskatchewan. Daryl was elected MLA for Cannington in 2020, re-elected in 2024, and appointed Minister of Agriculture this past November. We are delighted to welcome Honourable Daryl Harrison.
Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. Guests, faculty, alumni, students, and friends of the University of Saskatchewan. It is an honor to join you tonight at the C.J. Mackenzie Gala to celebrate excellence in the engineering community. I want to thank the Engineering Physics Department for hosting this event and for fostering innovation and excellence in engineering. I also want to acknowledge our keynote speaker, Shauna Curry, President and CEO of the Center for Affordable Water and Sanitation Technology. As the Minister of Agriculture, I am particularly interested in Shauna's work. The Center's efforts to provide water, sanitation, and hygiene training to communities helps to support our goals of sustainable agriculture and ensuring that all communities have access to the resources they need to thrive. As a rancher here in Saskatchewan, I know firsthand that access to clean water is fundamental to agricultural development and food security. Thank you, Shauna, for your contributions and for inspiring the next generation of engineers to pursue their passions and make a difference in the world. In closing, I would like to thank the University of Saskatchewan for hosting this gala and for its commitment to excellence in engineering education. Let's continue to celebrate the achievements of USask alumni, support the growth of the University of Saskatchewan students, and work together towards a future of innovation, sustainability, and prosperity. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank you, Daryl. Now I'd like to introduce Cheryl Hamelin, the Vice President of University Relations, bringing greetings from the University of Saskatchewan.
Thank you. I brought my water up, so it looks like I'm going to speak for a long time, but I assure you, I am not. Good evening, everyone. It's a tremendous pleasure to be here on Treaty 6 territory and the homeland of the Métis. I'm very pleased to be in front of this huge crowd at the 48th C.J. Mackenzie Gala, and I'm honored to bring greetings on behalf of the University of Saskatchewan and on behalf of President Peter Stoichev, who regrettably could not be with us here this evening as he is out of the country, but I know his thoughts are with us all tonight. I'd like to acknowledge and welcome all of our speakers, our government representatives, my fellow senior leaders, as well as all of the alumni, donors, industry partners, and friends here tonight. It's wonderful to have so many remarkable USask engineering alumni and industry innovators here this evening. I also want to say a special thank you to Elder Tim and Kathy for opening the program tonight with their beautiful message and for ensuring that we start the evening in a good way. Welcome to our partners from the Government of Saskatchewan who are here tonight, including the Honourable Daryl Harrison, who you just heard from, Minister of Agriculture, and the Honourable Jamie Martins, Provincial Secretary and MLA for Martensville Blairmore. I also want to recognize MLAs Raquel Hilbert and Tanjinder Grewal as well. Thank you for being here tonight. I extend a special welcome and thank you to tonight's presenting sponsor, Graham, for helping make this night possible. I am so pleased that Ron and Jane Graham are here tonight. These two incredible people are the university's biggest supporters in so many ways, and it goes so far beyond the financial resources that they have given the university over decades. It is their spirit, their caring, their support, their mentorship of students. Truly, I am honored to have them as part of the university family, and I'm honored personally to call them friends. Their generosity has left an incredible legacy and continues to lead our vision and commitment to supporting students and the University of Saskatchewan. Can we give Ron and Jane a hand? Tonight, we are here to celebrate and hear from one of our distinguished alumni, Shauna Curry, who I am thrilled to know from my time in Calgary, and was very thrilled to find out that she is one of our very own USask grads. I did have the honor of being part of the ceremony last year when she received her Alumni Achievement Award from USask. Her work in water security has a global reach and has helped more than 50 million people in over 200 countries gain access to safe drinking water. That is remarkable. She demonstrates at the highest level what it means to be what the world needs, an aspiration that we at the University of Saskatchewan are always striving for. Shauna is an incredible role model and an example of how USask alumni are making a tangible and lasting impact around the world. And we look so forward to hearing you speak tonight, Shauna. Right now, the university is in the final phase of the Be What the World Needs campaign, which is the largest fundraising campaign in Saskatchewan history. So not just for the university, but in the history of this province that I was born in, that I went to school in, I went to the USask. It makes me so proud to say that. Our goal is to raise $500 million to help some of the world's most complex challenges. And we have 4 pillar areas that we are raising funds for within the campaign. One is leading critical research. Second is inspiring student success. Third is supporting Indigenous achievement. And the fourth is designing visionary spaces. And I'm thrilled to tell you that with 5 months left in the campaign, we wrap it up at the end of June of this year, and you're all invited to the wrap-up ceremony, that we are over 90% of our goal thus far. And it has taken the dedication of faculty, staff, and students, and the remarkable generosity of so many alumni, donors, and friends of USask to have reached this milestone. And I thank you all for being part of the campaign so far. The success of the campaign has gone hand in hand with the university's ongoing rise in many of the leading international university rankings, as well as being recognized for being home to 5 Rhodes Scholars over the past 3 years, including 2 Rhodes Scholars in 2024 alone. This is a remarkable achievement when you consider that only 11 Rhodes Scholarships are awarded to Canadian students each year, and 2 last year were right here at USask. Pretty impressive. We are proud to be a U15 university and very proud that our president actually chairs the U15. We are one of the leading research-intensive universities in this country and the only institution with 4 national research facilities right on our campus. In 23-24, USask set a new benchmark in the institution's history in attracting $417 million in research funding, which is the highest ever received in a single year. This speaks to the quality and impact of research being conducted on campus. And my colleague and friend, our Vice President Research, Baljit Singh, is in the room, and he and his team have done a remarkable job with the research trajectory we're on. The university is a critical part of the province's economy through the talent we attract and through our thousands of graduates every year. And while the university as a whole plays a vital role in the province's growth plan, I want to note the impact that USask engineers, so many of you in this room, past, present, and future, make in our world in so many ways. USask engineers continue to lead and be part of teams that design, manufacture, construct, operate, and maintain growth projects across the province and Western Canada, and they will do so over the next many centuries. As I mentioned, one of our campaign's pillars is designing visionary spaces. This commitment is particularly meaningful for the College of Engineering right now, as it's embarking on a significant renewal that will propel engineering education, research, and collaboration forward in new ways. Our fundraising efforts in engineering are aimed at supporting strategic renovations to elevate teaching, learning, and research spaces, and to bring to life 2 incredible new spaces, a state-of-the-art engineering design hub, and an expansion of the current building to become the IDEAS building. And IDEAS stands for Innovation, Design, Engineering, and Applied Sciences. You may have seen the drawings up for display earlier tonight, and I encourage you to take a look at them and imagine how you might get involved in this wonderful renovation project. I mean, it really is for the future of our students and our programs. These spaces are much more than bricks and mortar. They'll foster creativity, collaboration, and problem solving for future students who will become our next generation of leaders. Thank you to all the alumni, donors, and friends who have supported the university. I look forward to announcing and celebrating many more gifts over the coming months as we head toward the final campaign goal. Before I close tonight, I want to share one bit of exciting news, and I would ask you all to please stay tuned next Monday, so this upcoming Monday, for a transformational gift announcement in support of the Be What the World Needs campaign. And I can let a little bit of the cat out of the bag that part of this transformational gift is in support of engineering. Thank you all again for all the effort that went into making this incredible evening possible. I know the team has worked tirelessly, and we're so thrilled to have all of your support here tonight. I look forward to a bright future for the College of Engineering and beyond. Enjoy the evening.
Thank you, Cheryl. Our presenting sponsor, Graham, has been a long-standing supporter of the Gala, college, and the university. Please join me in welcoming to the stage June Verhuist, Senior Vice President, Mining and Energy at Graham Industrial, and also the 46th Distinguished Lecturer.
Graham Group is very proud to be a sponsor here at the CJ Mackenzie Gala, and there is no better collaboration with industry. This collaboration has been going on for a long time, and this is really a great opportunity for students to combine with industry and a good chance for industry to talk to each other. And as we know, there's a lot of positive things going on in our province, and there's a lot of industries that are developing. And I just want to congratulate Shauna on her distinguished lecture, and I can't wait to hear what she has to say and hear about her distinguished career. And I want to thank Ron and Jane for their continued sponsorship of the university, and specifically the College of Engineering. And their engagement with the College of Engineering goes back a long way, as you know, and Graham is 1 year away from our 100-year celebration, so we've been in existence 100 years next year, so 26. And Ron, through his, his father and his family, and through operational days, and then in the 80s the company privatized, and now we're employee-owned. And so we've evolved through that 99 years, and we're really looking forward to celebrating our centennial year with all of you, and we're very, very proud to continue to sponsor CJ Mackenzie. And I want to say that the partnership with the College of Engineering and U of S has been one of the most important partnerships in the history of Graham, and it's continues. The graduates that come out of the college continue to show their skills to collaborate with the trades, with superintendents, construction managers, with quality managers, with our clients, with power customers, with mining customers, with every industry. And tonight, walking around, I'm talking to people in the nuclear industry, and so that's another thing that's evolving, and so nuclear is getting closer and closer, and the work to be ready is now, and there's many, many people in the room, including our new dean, Michael Bradley, they're working on nuclear, and there's very, very exciting things happening, and so the future looks bright, and power, agriculture, mining, there's a lot of schools, healthcare, infrastructure to build out in this province, and all of you engineers that are working on your careers or in the middle of your careers are going to have an opportunity to really shape the landscape of the province. And I just want to say thank you again, engineering, for letting us sponsor and having this partnership. It means the world to us. Thank you.
Thank you, June. In celebration of our profession in college, it is only fitting to welcome our Dean of USask Engineering to the stage. Please help me welcome Dean Mike Bradley.
Well, welcome everyone, and thank you very much, Millie and Ryan, for that great introduction. As Millie mentioned, my name is Michael Bradley, and I've had the privilege of serving as the Dean of the College of Engineering since July of this past year. And it's a real pleasure and an honor for me to welcome you all to this gathering here on Treaty 6 territory and the homeland of the Métis. This is a place that we all call home, and this is a wonderful opportunity for us to reaffirm our various relationships with one another. And it's wonderful to see so many familiar faces here tonight. In particular, I'd like to thank Elder Tim and Elder Kathy for helping us start out in a good way. And also very honored and pleased to welcome Minister Daryl Harrison. And thank you for your kind words, Minister Harrison. That was much appreciated, as well as all our other esteemed dignitaries and senior leaders. Your presence here tonight is a testament to the collective dedication and support that you all show for our USask College of Engineering. So, for nearly 5 decades, the C.J. Mackenzie Gala has brought our engineering community together to celebrate our profession and the achievements of a notable alumnus. Tonight we're very proud to welcome our 48th distinguished lecturer, Shauna Curry, who's an accomplished global leader, advocate, and innovator. It's an absolute privilege to have her here, and so welcome, Shauna, and I'm really looking forward to hearing your lecture later in the evening. I think it's interesting to think about history and how things began, and this event is one that now has quite a history behind it. So in order to honor that, I want to tell you a little bit of the story of how the C.J. Mackenzie Lecture started. In 1976, 2 faculty members, Dr. Mel Hussein and Dr. Joe Chudobiak, along with a select group of students, started the first C.J. Mackenzie Gala. And I didn't know Joe, but I knew Mel Hussein. He was always very kind to me when I first started as a new professor here about 2 decades ago. And he was a stalwart here at the Mackenzie Lectures for many years. And so, unfortunately, Mel passed away this past year, just before I started as dean, so he's not here with us tonight. But those of us who knew him will remember his enthusiasm for the students. I think that was key. And also his passion for learning and for the profession of engineering. So his legacy and his contributions to this college, to our profession, and to this gala are really deeply cherished. We're also very grateful to our sponsors who made this evening possible, and in particular to our presenting sponsor, Graham Construction. It's really fantastic to welcome so many members of the Graham team. I know there's many tables of Graham folks here, so thank you for coming and for sponsoring, and in particular to, of course, Ron and to Jane Graham. We had a wonderful lunch earlier today where we had a great chance to chat, and it's always a pleasure to speak with you. So thank you for your continued support of our college. It really means a lot to us and to me personally. Also would like to thank our gold sponsors, Victory Majors and the Center for Affordable Water and Sanitation, which we'll hear more about as we proceed, and our silver sponsors, ADA Architecture. There's a nice display in the back from ADA, and the Co-op Refinery Complex. Today is also an interesting one because it's the first time that our School of Professional Development is hosting the C.J. Mackenzie Gala. So just to let you know, the Gala has a long-standing tradition of having a rotating department host the event. And so in 2022, for the first time, the Ron and Jane Graham School of Professional Development, or the SoPD, was incorporated into that rotation. So they're now in the batting lineup, you could say. And The SoPD is a really important part of our college. It offers formal credentials in 3 specialized areas of communication and technological innovation to students within engineering as well as from outside. And both Millie and Ryan, our 2 Emcees, have participated in SoPD courses and activities. The SoPD also has a research aspect, and in fact it hosts the CRC, Canada Research Chair, in social and cultural decision making in engineering design. And that chair is held by Dr. Laurie Bradford, who is here tonight in the audience. And it's also home to the re-engineered teaching team. So the SoPD is a really key part of our college, and we're thrilled to have them be with us here. And thanks in particular to Laurie, who flew back specially from her sabbatical in Europe to join us for the gala this evening. And there's some nice displays from Laurie's lab in the back of the hall. So as a host department, the SoPD is really unique, and it can select because it incorporates all aspects of engineering in many ways. So it can pick an alumnus or an alumna who, regardless of their discipline, exemplifies the skills that the school instills in students, skills such as leadership, communication, entrepreneurship, and innovation. And I know that Shauna embodies all of those, so we're very thrilled to have her here. Yes, we're really excited to have Shauna be honored as the Ron and Jane Graham School of Professional Development inaugural sort of hosting of the Mackenzie Lecture. And just a few more points. I was actually warned I better not talk longer than the speaker, so I'll try to move to a close. But I do want to say that our college continues to excel on sort of multiple aspects of its activities. Excel in research, student achievement, of course, and also community engagement. And I think tonight is a testament to that. We've got a great big hall full of people from all walks of life, and that's fantastic. On the nuclear front, it's true that that's sort of near and dear to my heart as an engineering physics person. And I do want to say that we're the first university in Western Canada to join the Canadian Nuclear Laboratories Academic Partnership Program. And in May, we will host the Canadian National Nuclear Management School in partnership with the International Atomic Energy Agency, the IAEA. So that's a very big deal. It's an IAEA-sanctioned conference, and it's quite exciting, and we'll be hosting it here on our campus. And I want to give a special vote of thanks to Associate Dean, Research and Partnerships, Dr. Jafar Sultan, who was really instrumental in putting those activities together. So thank you, Jafar. And, our college's accomplishments, of which there are many, they showcase the incredible dedication and expertise of our faculty and staff, and the leadership of our faculty and staff, very engaged, all of them. That drives those initiatives forwards. Their efforts have earned national and international recognition through research partnerships, prestigious awards, and fellowships. I do also want to say that while we honor and celebrate those achievements, I do want to briefly pause to honor the memory of Dr. Catherine McWilliams, who was a trailblazing researcher, a mentor, and a cherished colleague from engineering physics, who unfortunately passed away very suddenly on January 2nd. She made a huge contribution to radar studies of the ionosphere. She was an internationally recognized space physicist and a good friend and colleague of mine, as well as of many of the faculty in the audience, and she'll be deeply missed. So that's a bit of a sad note, but thought it would be appropriate to say that here. So we had a memorial session for her today in my home department of engineering physics, and it was well attended. And in any case, our students continue to make us proud, and Catherine mentored many of them, and they achieve milestones that reflect the strength of our programs. This year, as was mentioned, we've got a Rhodes Scholar, we've got a USask Indigenous Achievement Award recipient, and 2 new student-founded founded clubs, the Concrete Canoe Team and the Sports Engineering Club. And Millie is one of the founders of the Concrete Canoe Club, of the Sports Engineering Group, and that's quite exciting. And also, one of our recent graduates was accepted into Stanford's prestigious biomedical physics PhD program, mentored by Dr. Emily McWalter during her time here, and others have represented our college at international conferences and competitions. So we had many memorable moments during my first term. We had the EAT, Engineering Advancement Trust Welcome Back Social, the Sigma Demo Day for the entrepreneurial aspect, our fall gathering ceremony with Elder Tim and Elder Kathy, and the raising of the college's teepee, which was a highlight for me. It's really a fantastic thing to see a teepee go up, and Tim told me that it can hold up even in the strongest winds, and they had a good test of that just this past few weeks. So that's a really nice piece of Indigenous engineering and an interesting thing to have seen. So thank you, Elder Tim and Kathy, for your teachings. And just last week, we welcomed industry partners into our halls during USask Career Fair Week. I was walking the halls at that time, and I saw a lot of activity, a lot of booths, a lot of interest from the students. And I'm pleased to tell you that as of sort of today, over 48% of our engineering students graduate with some co-op experience. In terms of building for the future, our sci-fi camps continue to inspire more than 20,000 Saskatchewan youth annually, fostering diversity in STEM fields, science, technical, engineering, and math, with an impressive 1-to-1 gender balance, so it's very interesting. And these camps pave the way for a brighter and more inclusive engineering community. Cheryl touched on this in her words, and we're very excited about the ideas building. As we grow as a college, we are growing, our enrollments are up. Our need for a renewed footprint is becoming increasingly evident. Our building is well worn and has stood the test of time, but could use a refresh. I think many of you realize that. And so I have the same enthusiasm that Cheryl does for the ideas building, and we're looking forward to advancing on that front. That project represents a transformative future for our college, and it's made possible by the incredible support of alumni, of donors, industry partners, and government. So I'm really energized by the prospects for our college's future. And so in closing, look, thank you all for being with us this evening. Your presence, support, and shared enthusiasm embody the spirit of the USask engineering community and highlight its profound impact. And I'd also like to give a special thanks to some of the organizers of the event. I didn't put any of this together on my own, of course. We had a great team, and so thanks to Ashley Drozda, Katie Spear, Tamara Kerluk Holowatiuk, and Shannon Durand for their hard work in planning tonight's gala, and also a special vote of thanks to Carlene Deutscher, who has planned many of these events and really assisted a lot in some of the final activities in particular. Thank you also to Debbie Rolfs, who is the head of the Graham School of Professional Development, and to Prachi Bandavadikar for her support and guidance on behalf of the Ron and Jane Graham School of Professional Development. So thank you once again for joining USask Engineering for the 48th CJ Mackenzie Gala, and please enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank you, Dean Bradley. We always appreciate a good shout out. Now I'd like to give some background to this event. The gala was originally created to honor a graduate of USask Engineering who had reached a significant level of achievement in the engineering profession. It eventually became known as the CJ Mackenzie Gala to honor the college's first dean, Chalmers Jack Mackenzie.
In addition to being the first dean of our college, CJ Mackenzie is known for designing and building Saskatoon's Broadway Bridge, informally known as the Dean's Bridge. The project provided jobs for many unemployed workers during the Great Depression. CJ Mackenzie was also a leader in nuclear research in Canada and became the president of the National Research Council in 1944.
In 1984, when CJ Mackenzie passed away, the college adopted the Mackenzie dress tartan as its own. You will see some of us wearing the tartan tonight, such as my tie and Millie's shawl. This evening's celebrations are about recognizing engineering excellence, from CJ Mackenzie to our distinguished lecturer, Shauna, to all you engineers who are here in our audience this evening. Together, we honor the dedication of engineers and their true purpose, serving the world and our communities. We all aspire to follow in their footsteps.
Because of the long history of the gala and its significance to the college, we are grateful for our sponsors who make this evening possible. Hey, Ryan, can you tell me what time it is?
Dinner time!
Perfect. You may notice that on some tables, there are some letters or some pieces in the middle. They're actually a puzzle designed by Ryan himself. So have fun trying to figure out what it is. Just as a hint, it's related to distinguished lecturer Shauna Curry's career. There is also a card at your table for a complimentary bottle of wine, and additional bottles can be purchased at the bar. After dinner, we will proceed with the remaining program for this evening, featuring Shauna Curry.
We are now ready to begin this evening's dinner service. Wait staff will begin bringing out the salad course momentarily. Remain seated at your tables and get ready to enjoy a delicious meal. For those who have requested an alternate meal, please alert your server at this time.